and welcome to another Win video where today we'll be looking at calculating the exact bank that's required when following any system or service in your betting portfolio. So this calculator that you see in front of you here on the screen will be available to be downloaded on the site below this video. So firstly, let me take you through what this calculator consists of. So here we're going to assume that we're starting with a reasonable bank size of £500. Now clearly some people's budgets will allow this to be a lot bigger, whereas others will be a lot smaller. We could start with £50 for example. But I want to run through how we can calculate our exact stake size required and what we can expect by just doing a few calculations, and you'll basically be able to see how we can bet efficiently and massively reduce our risk of going bankrupt basically. So here I have the Win free tips. Now you're clearly already a subscriber of Win. You can do this with our other platforms as well, Betfan, BetQudos. So what we need to do first, now this is a little bit laborious, I must be honest, but Win provides one free tip every day from a particular service. Now we need to run through every single tip for as far back as we can. Now I always suggest that we go back as far as at least 100 bets. Now by doing this we're getting a good idea of the consistency of bets, that they're there every day. But what we also need to do is calculate how many winners we've had within the amount of bets that we've selected. So I can tell you now that Win has, so what we do is we click on this box here next to, this is short for expected losses. And you'll see a rather technical calculation here. And Win has produced approximately 1,100 bets since it started, with a strike rate of 33%. Now what we do is we reduce this percentage to be below 0. There's a reason for this, but I won't go into it into this video because it gets complicated. But you can see here that this is changeable. Now Win free tips have a 33.33% strike rate, i.e. you would expect just over 3 winners out of every 10 bets on average. So by putting, you can see for example we could put, say 25% would be that, 16% would be that, but we'll stick with Win free tips, which is 33.33%. So we simply enter that, and that shows us that over that series of bets we would expect a losing run, and I always round it up to the nearest figure, of 18 losers in a row. So for example, let's say you had £180 as your betting bank, and you were to bet £10 per bet. You'd effectively run the risk of going bankrupt straight away, because if you hit that maximum losing run, you've wiped your bank out. So what we do here is this figure here, 51, or we'll round it up to 52, is basically a multiplication of 3 times this. So the idea is that your bank is protected because the probability of hitting 3 consecutive losing runs is pretty much next to 0. So with a £500 betting bank, this £500 is divided by this figure here, basically, which would give you a required stake of £9.65. So you know that if you've got £500, so as I said earlier, we could reduce this to, say, £100, and you'll see there that your required stake changes to £1.93. For those bigger bettors out there, you could say £10,000, and you could see there that you could risk £192.97 per bet. I tend to round these up, or I'd call it £195, or you could possibly go to £200. Be pretty much safe there. But we'll go back to the original bank size there. So £9.65 is the stake that is safe for us to bet and will be protected by this calculation here. Now in this column here, if we go back over to the win side, for example, we can see here in November the free tips made a profit of 9.03. This is all to one level stakes. You can see here, -1, -1. There was a 2-to-1 winner here. That kind of clears that up. So you can see there, by putting in our 1 point profit of 9.03, we will see that by staking £9.65, in the month of November, we would have made, and this is all free, £87.13 profit by following the free tips available at Win. But overall, since inception, and by using this stake size here and sticking to this bank size, we've never gone bust, we've never lost our bank, and our overall profit is 73.12 points. So we can see here we made 141% return on investment, which to these stakes, again, never risking our bank, is £705.50. These figures here, there's no calculation, and these won't be on the download available at the bottom of the video. I've just used as an example. To these stakes here, had we hit this losing run as soon as we started following the tips, we would have lost £173.70, but we'd still have £326.30 left of the bank. So you can see that we've still got 2/3 of the bank left to then hit the inevitable winning streak that would follow a losing streak. So I hope that all makes sense. If you have any questions, please leave a comment and I will get back to you, and I will make this calculator available to you. Like I said, you can go through any service on Win. We have our top performers here. So Steve Good is doing particularly well this particular month, as he does every month actually. So you could go to Steve Good Racing's proofing, run through all his bets and work out his strike rate, and simply enter the strike rate in this section here. And then enter the points profit, and you'll be able to see whatever bank size you have, you'll be able to calculate what profit you would have made, what your return on investment is, and more importantly, the safe way of staking the service dependent on your bank in order to secure yourself a profit. Like I said, any questions, please let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Eddie Lloyd for Win.